read an email that was sent to us from Jackie Pizzuti. Jackie is the owner of Wigs to Wellness. She's been on our show before. She doesn't have cancer. She's never had cancer, but she works every day with people who are going to get wigs after having treatment done. And she said, I recently quit smoking. It's been 3 weeks, so congratulations, Jackie. All the best. Yeah, absolutely. And she says, although I don't have cancer, I can relate to the guilt and the stigma involved. My sister had lung cancer 16 years ago, and that should be reason enough to never smoke a cigarette again. It's not that I want to smoke. I've probably tried to quit more than anyone on this planet. Now, intellectually, she says, I know the consequences. I can understand why it would be hard for cancer patients to go public with their addiction. And I've been around enough non-smokers in my life to know how much they despise cigarettes and they question our intelligence. So thanks, Kathy, for adding that to the conversation. I think that smoking stigma is real. And I wanted to ask you, Kathy, is that something that you experienced as a smoker and after that, after your son was diagnosed with cancer?
I don't think I did all that much after Bruce quit smoking. It was more my own feeling that I should quit to prove it to him that we could do it. And I think, when I first started smoking, it was more accepted way back when I first started. And then, yes, it got now, people made faces at you and people don't like it now. And that was part of another reason that I wanted to quit. I didn't like going out in the cold weather and, coming back in smelling like smoke. So it was that.
And probably even more so now than it would have been 14 years ago.
Yeah.
And Kathy goes on to talk about, or Jackie, goes on to talk about the feelings of guilt. And did you feel guilty for the people who didn't get cancer or the people who do?
Because they smoke, you mean?
Because you were smoking and the secondhand smoke.
When my son was diagnosed, I didn't feel guilty at that time because I was under so much stress and trying to help him. So it wasn't something I thought, but later I did think about it. And, I had some guilt for that.
Do you talk to people about guilt either because they smoke and got cancer and feel guilty, or because their loved one, or feelings they have toward a loved one who got cancer because of smoking?
Yeah, I don't bring it up in the assessment, but
Sure.
in talking with people, there are a lot of those feelings. And I think even when we do some of the phone assessments, that people will say, I feel like I'm being judged. I've just got this diagnosis of cancer and you're asking me to quit smoking. And there's there's a lot of feelings around that. And people do talk of guilt. Like, I know I should have quit. My kids or my spouse have been after me for years and never thought it would happen to me, and here I am, How do you deal with that?